You're in a meeting. You're asked a direct question, and suddenly, your answer becomes unclear. You know what you want to say, but it doesn't come out properly. And in that moment, people start to lose confidence in your answer. This happens more often than people realize, and it has very little to do with your knowledge. It has everything to do with how you respond under pressure. Let's fix that.
When you are put on the spot, your brain does two things at once. It tries to organize your thoughts, and it tries to deliver them at the same time. That combination creates pressure, and under pressure, clarity is usually the first thing to disappear. Instead of structured sentences, you get hesitation, repetition, unclear phrasing, and that affects how your answer is perceived.
You're asked, "What's your recommendation?" You respond, "Yeah, so I think what we're probably looking at is maybe adjusting things slightly." You are thinking clearly, but it doesn't sound clear. Now compare that with, "My recommendation is to adjust the timeline." Same thinking, different delivery. The second version is easier to understand and more likely to be trusted. In meetings, people do not separate your thinking from your delivery. They combine them. If your delivery is unclear, your thinking is assumed to be unclear, even when it isn't. That's why speaking under pressure is such an important skill. Most people try to speak while they are still forming their answer. That creates filler. It creates hesitation. And it creates confusion. The solution is simple, but it requires discipline. You pause, then you speak. Here's a scenario to explain that. You are asked a difficult question. Instead of answering immediately, you say, "Let me think about that for a moment." Then you pause. Then you respond. There are 2 points to consider. Now your answer has structure. It feels controlled, and it feels confident. The pause is not a weakness. It is a signal of control. When speaking under pressure, use a simple structure. Point 1. Point 2. Conclusion. For example, there are 2 issues here. First, the timeline is too aggressive. Second, the current resources are limited. So we need to adjust expectations. This structure creates clarity instantly. You are asked to explain a problem. Instead of saying, "It's just a bit complicated and there are quite a few things going on," you say, "There are 3 factors affecting this." Then you list them. Now your answer feels organized and easier to follow. If you continue to speak without structure under pressure, your answers feel unclear, your confidence appears lower, your ideas are harder to evaluate. Over time, this affects how people perceive you. Not because your thinking is weak, but because your delivery is inconsistent. Before answering, do this. Pause for 1 second. Decide your first sentence. Then speak. That alone will improve clarity significantly. You are challenged in a meeting. Instead of reacting immediately, you pause. Then you say, "I see your point. Let me respond to that directly." Now your response is controlled, not reactive. That changes the tone of the conversation. Experienced professionals do not rush their answers. They take control of the pace. They structure their response, and they deliver it clearly. That is why they sound confident, not because they know more, but because they communicate better under pressure. Clarity under pressure is not natural. It is a skill. And once you develop it, your communication improves dramatically. In meetings, the ability to think clearly is important. But the ability to communicate clearly under pressure is what people notice. Remember to pause, structure, then speak. That small change can make a significant difference. In the next video, we'll look at another communication pattern that affects how people interpret what you say. If you have enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe to receive more videos every week to improve your skills in English communication. Bye for now.